Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Sixers versus Renegades game on the Friday night, in which the Sixers ran out 8-run winners, 106 for 175 to 7 for 167, in which was a very close game. It was a really good game to watch. As a Sixers fan, it did get a little bit nerve-wracking. I reckon if Sutherland hadn't taken that single, or they hadn't taken that single on the last ball, the second last over, this would have been a 4 or 3 run game. There would have been a lot more pressure, as that did soak up a couple balls, that single, and in the end that's probably what it got down to in the end, as the second last ball basically killed off the game, as they needed 10 off the last or something like that, which just isn't possible if the bowler does the right thing. Anyway, before we get into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the recap. So, as you can see here, here is the Cricket.com view of the game. And we'll go through the Sixers, the batting, then the bowling from the Renegades perspective, then the Renegades batting and the Sixers bowling, and then that'll round out the video basically, and we'll have it intertwined with the stats here from SuperCoach scoring, even though I can basically give you the numbers of their individual efforts from the scorecard itself. But anyway, you have Josh Philippe, 29 off 17, and like I was saying with Colin Monroe in the previous recap earlier, when you have a batter only, and they're batting and they're like opening up, etc., and they're under 20, it is so nerve-wracking because you're just hoping that they can get that strike rate bonus. So once Philippe, I think he edged, I want to say it was Kane Richardson, in about the third over, was it third over? No, I want to say fourth over. He edged him, I think, down to third man for a 4, and I think he got to like 21 off 8 or something ridiculous like that. He got off to a flyer, and he got to, or was it 21 off 12 or something? He got off quickly, and he got that off, and it just was so much relief because I knew he was going to get the big strike rate bonus because he was so far ahead at the time. So just getting that extra bonus of that 4 runs gave him about 30 points, that extra bonus. And so in the end, he ended up 29 off 17, 170 strike rate, got him the full 25 bonus, which got him 54, and I believe he took 54? Yeah, 54, and I believe he took 2 catches, I want to say. Yeah, 2 catches in the end, which we'll get to. And that got him up to the 74 points, which should, if he has a good game, I believe, has that broken his break even? Yes, he's already broken his break even, which is good. He's making money, making cash, and that goes to plan with the, we'll get to it in the review episode of the overall round. That goes to plan with the review of, him just making cash and then going up to someone, as he has basically a free game to go and score runs, and then that'll get his cash gen going. He'll go up to, hopefully, what's he at the moment, 102.3 is he? 102.7 K. Hopefully he gets it to 110, 112k by the end of this round, with a third, or with, he plays once with like a 5 break even or 10 break even for the next game, and then he can have another 40 and get up another sort of 8k. And by the time that the Thunder guys roll around in their double in round 4, he's already at 130, 140k, and he's more of a tradable asset than 102k. There isn't many guys that are around that range, but that's sort of the thinking with Philippe at the moment, and it's just good. Him, Fraser McGurk, and these other guys, batters only, you just want him to, and cash cows, you just want him to get on early and get that score early, because getting that break even negative is so much help down the line, as you can almost have a dud game, like we'll get to Fraser McGurk in a second, where they can almost score 0 and they can still gain cash from it. So that's just how important it is. Steve Smith somehow, even though he's priced at 264, I believe he got his break even, so he'll somehow rise. If we look here at Steve Smith, 96 points, and his break-even's 173 through 2, which even on a conservative angle is 87, and he broke it by 9, so he's probably going to go up 1 to 2k. So he might almost get to 270, and then play maybe the last game of the year, last round. I don't know what's going to happen with him. He may take it off, but I think he's itching to get back. So
I wouldn't be surprised if he plays again at the end, where we could see him end the season at 270k, which is just ridiculous. I mean, he scored like 400 runs in his last 6 BBL innings. James Vince, glad that they didn't grab him as a batter only. I thought there was too much risk there, given that he was only on the double, and Will Sutherland did the job. With him 1 off 4, didn't do anything, and had really a bummer game. I think he only scored 1. Yeah, he didn't get involved with the fielding. Again, Moses Enriquez, 40 off 32, 5 strike rate bonus there it seems, and 45 for him, bowled I think an over, so got another dot ball or 2. As you can see, 1 dot ball bonus as well, so we got to 46, which I believe should help him with his break even of 62, so he should get close there, especially if he's bowling in the last game. Jordan Silk, 26 off 14, got himself to 51, plus I'm going to say he would have taken a catch. I'm going to say he took a catch because he is one that you can lock in for a catch a game as well. So he got 61, which would break his break even, I'm pretty sure. No, he still needs 25 for it, but he is well on the way for it. And so he looked good as well, and just saved I think he saved almost 6 to 8 runs in the field alone. Tommy Curran, first ball to Zampa, sort of sucks, but it is what it is. He should be able to come back. His performance with the ball did not warrant only 24 SuperCoach points, but that is what it is, and hopefully he just has a better effort against whoever they play later down the line. If I go back to, here we go. They play Hobart on Monday night, so there's that, I guess. Hopefully he can put up a better performance, I guess, in that game and take some wickets there, as I think Hobart could take a lot of wickets against Hobart. Jackie Edwards, 14 off 10, glad that I went Fraser McGurk. If I actually bring it up here and bring up my profile here, you will see, I don't know if it's still on here, you can see 66%, 12 votes. People were right about the Fraser McGurk Edwards sort of debate that we had, and yeah, as you can see, SuperCoach is live did comment saying or tweet saying Sixers have 5 bowlers, so he won't bowl much, and he was very much right. So well done to SuperCoach is live on that call. I think most people would have known that relatively well. I think we were all expecting sort of the 2 to 3 over range for Edwards at most, and we sort of saw that when we get to the bowling effort, what happened there. So he made 14 of 10 with a 140 strike rate, and yeah, so that's pretty much the Sixth batting. The Renegades bowling, Rogers, 4 overs, number 47, just didn't do it. He looked off the pace, I guess, a little. Caden Richardson, 4 overs, 147, had that. I believe Moses Enriquez one year where they reviewed it somehow, even though the ball deviated, it had that much of an edge. It almost broke Snicko. It had that big of an edge and wasn't given out. And then he had a wide as well there, so he would have ended up, I believe, 26 plus some batting potentially. Yeah, 26 for him. Majib, 4 overs, none for 35. He looked just off the pace again. Just another guy. 2 wide, 6 dot balls, so we would have ended up, I believe, on 4. Then you have Adam Zampa and Will Sutherland. Adam Zampa, slow start, none for 10 off his first, but 3 overs, 2 for 14 to end it, especially that Smith and Curran wicket slowed the Sixers down a little bit to get them. I mean, if he didn't bowl that over that he did, Sixers probably would have got 185, 190, and that would have killed the game off pretty much. As it would have been about 13 and over from 10 overs out, and with the way that Finch is batting, which we'll get to in a little bit, that would have made it up around that 15-16 range, and it would have been unsustainable, to be honest with you. But yeah, he came back really strong, got the 6 economy rate bonus as well, which would have been, is that 15 or is that 10, the 6 on the dot? 6 on the dot is included in the 15 range, so we got 15 points for that, as well as the 2 wickets as well, and the 7 dot balls, so we got 22, 62, I want to say, for Zamps, as we see here, 62. And then we go on to the man of the hour, Will Sutherland, 4 overs, 2 for 21, 11 dot balls, almost bowled a maiden or something like that. He had 2 for 1, I swear off 1. And ended up, I mean, if we look at the batting as well, he ended up massively. I think he got 75 points batting, 76 points bowling, I want to say. As you can see here, 2 wickets, 10 dot ball bonus, and economy run bonus. So we got 65 points batting and 86 batting points and 65 bowling points, and that just amounted to the 151, but we'll get to the batting in just now, I guess. So the Renegades, with the bat in hand, you can see Nick Maddison. I had him in all this time, thought he was going to bowl, thought it was on, and then I just went, nah, it's just not. Something just is off. Something just didn't want to pick him, and that was the exact reason. Didn't get a bowl, and got a bat, and then, I mean, if you look at his last 6 BBL innings, I think it's something like 8 or 9 runs. He's a stroke maker, but it just seems like he's out of touch with what balls to actually hit, as he just tried to hit a back of the length ball on the up, over mid-off, I think it was, and just inside edge to the keeper, and got out and handed Philippe 10 points. Then you have Joe Clarkey getting run out the score was they got off to a fly because of Fraser McGurk, but got run out at a crucial stage, and they sort of had to restart again. As you can see, Jordan Cox got out relatively late just after that, and they had to reset as there were 3 for 40 after 4.5, and they had to sort of get going again, and they sort of never really recovered to a suitable position, as they were always behind the 8 ball after that. But then we get to Fraser McGurk, and 48 off 24, 5 fours, 3 sixes, 200 strike rate, got the bonus 25. Would have liked the extra 2, but knew as a Sydney Sixers fan he needed to get out immediately after that point. So happily take the 73, as it probably actually would have loopholed him in if he had gotten the extra 2 points and gotten up to 85 points through his batting effort. Surprised he wasn't fielding the best, but surprised he also didn't take a grab as well, but the Sixers didn't really give many outfield catches at all. I mean, you have Steve Smith giving an outfield catch, and I believe Henriquez was caught behind as well, and no other courts. So there's that. I mean, for those Joe Clark owners, he did make 36 points, I think, because he had a run out and a caught behind as well. So just showing the value of potential keepers if they do get into a scenario where the guy is running off the last ball, etc. There is potential for run-outs and stuff like that for keepers, but there's that, I guess. For Joe Clark, 36 points is a okay outing with a favour with the bat. So yeah, Jake Fraser McGurk, 73 points, happy with that. If we look back at here, you can see Fraser McGurk here, 73, just got beaten out by Philippe, DeWashers, Smith and Sutherland for scoring. And he had a break-even of 41, so he's already beaten that by 32, which I suspect will be an 8k cash gen itself, even with the duck in the last game and no points. And then I suspect his break-even will be negative in the next game, meaning I suspect he's probably going to gain in cash 3 or 4k off a 0 in the next game, which will put him around that 75 or 76k, which just shows the power of a quick or good start in BBL with SuperCoach with scoring wise. And I mean, he could easily get another 20 off 10 here, get another 40 odd, and have a negative 50 or so break even or something like that, and have already be up around that 80k range with a negative 50 break even, which he could spiral so quickly up to 110, 120k. I mean, we showed in preseason Whiteman, Lance Morris and some other guys. Obviously bowlers are different scoring methods, but the scoring points themselves and the relative price movements are the same, and how Lance Morris went from 62k up to 141k in 4 rounds. Fraser McGurk could do the same path. So that's the reason why I'm so happy with him getting this 73, as it sets him up so much, especially with the 2-1-2, and then into the, I believe they have a bye round 4. If I quickly just check on my, we can actually check here, right? We can check through Fraser McGurk on here. You can see here, 2-1-2-1-1-1, and then you can get rid of him round 7 or round 4 is sort of the 2 ranges that I'm looking at getting rid of him. But for that double that he does have, I mean, it is going to be absolutely crucial that this double here that you get, that you have him at the moment with the way he's playing, as those 20 off 15s, 20 off 10s can easily come for him, and he could easily get on a roll, and I've never seen a guy hit so clean, so early pretty much. So the way he bats, he is so on for just quick fire 20s and stuff like that. But yeah, he did really well there as well. Cox, shocker. Glad he wasn't introduced into the SuperCoach game, as he'll get replaced by Quinton de Kock, as he was the international overseas replacement for him. Finch, 33 off 31, doesn't get a strike rate bonus. 33 off 31 is just horrific, and he's lost that ability to just go from the start. like I was saying with Fraser McGurk, Finch was one of those guys that could hit from the start. He was aggressive and stuff like that, whereas I don't think he's figured out how to play in this sort of 6 to 14 over mark, and he didn't really show intent, which was the worst thing about it. And the Sixers were able to sort of set a field just to sort of negate him hitting boundaries, and they were fine with him hitting singles because the rate was already above 9 or something like that when he came in. So when he was just knocking around singles, it got above 10, and we know that 10 isn't the worst for a batting side to chase, but with him not showing much intent, it was up to Fraser McGurk to keep it at 10 alone. And once they got Fraser McGurk and Finch was still there, then they had John O'Wells come in. It just sort of really skyrocketed quickly up towards that 12, and they could never really get it back down other than a Will Sutherland, I think 18 run over that got it down again to around that 11, 10 and a half range. John O'Wells, 6 off 8, not really a Supercoach relevant player. Will Sutherland, 51 off 30, he just did amazing, and 4 sixes was huge, and that 51 off 30 got him, 86 fantasy point, 86 Supercoach points, for the, with the ball is just absolutely huge, and yeah, is probably going to be player of the round. And one of the most influential players this fantasy Supercoach season. I keep on saying fantasy just based off of the whole year of the AFL fantasy content. But Supercoach wise, Sutherland is probably going to be that guy that averages 70, 75 across the year. Rogers 10 off 12, and Richardson did not bat. And then you've got here the bowlers for the Sixers, and you see 7 bowlers bowled for the Sixers. Bird, 2 overs, 1 for 24, did the job up front, got rid of Manitson and got them got them to the number 3 in Fraser McGurk, and then the other guys did their job to get the middle order in very early, which caused a sort of rebuild that happened to rise that run rate up. Sean Abbott, not the best today, with a 1 for 30 off 4, 12 dot balls, 2 extras he conceded, so that would be what I believe a 30-point effort from him. O'Keefe got 30. He would have had a 35. He got a with the 7.5. He would have got a 5 economy rate bonus, not strike rate. Economy rate bonus for him, which got him 35. But just shows that that Will Sutherland was better on fixtures, and just in general at the moment has shown he's a better Supercoach asset at the moment, as he's cleared his break even. He would have cleared his break even 151. Surely, 103. So he's already going to go up to, I'd say, 10k just off the back of that effort. And with another effort like that, he could set himself up to jump towards that 250, 260k range. And if you don't have him, this is danger times, as he is one that could take the game away from you. 158k, huge from him. Going back here, DeWashis, after everything that happened to him, for him to even play this week is a testament to the mental strength of him. And 4 overs, 3 for 36, 10 dot balls. He led the way. He led the Sixers attack and got them over the line in the end. He got Fraser McGurk the huge wicket. Fraser McGurk, it was a sort of brain fade moment, but Fraser McGurk, he was taking the game to the Sixers, and if he had ample support in Finch, he would have taken that game away. But DeWashis got the key wicket there. He also got a key wicket in Jordan Cox. He could have done it. He's been in really good form, I believe, in leading run score or something like that in the T10 comps. So that was a huge wicket as well. And then just getting Rogers off the first ball, I believe, off the last over, negated Will Sutherland coming back on strike, and just that extra ball probably saved them in the end. So that was just a really good effort under pressure there from DeWashis. Sock did his usual. He spun about 1 ball, which is surprising that he spun 1, but 1 for 29 off 4. With Fraser McGurk going is a pretty good effort when Fraser McGurk could easily got on to other bowlers. So what did he end up with? We said 30, didn't we? For him, with the 1 wicket, 7 dot balls, 2 wides obviously, and the 5 economy rate bonus there. And you'll see other games where Sock just takes like a casual 60 points or something like that. Edwards, just glad that we went Fraser McGurk, to be honest. Tom Curran, 4 overs, number 23, one of the best bowling efforts I've ever seen to get only 24 Supercoach points. and he'll be back, but he'll score a 20 off 10 or something like that, add something with the field, and then also take 2 for with the ball, and he'll somehow get a 90 or 90 or 100, and it will look so nonchalant, basically. So yeah, looking forward to seeing some Tom Curran run through, I believe we said the Renegades? No, not the Renegades, sorry, the Hobart Hurricanes, I believe they have up. Yeah, they've got Hobart in Launceston in a couple of days, so we'll see that. But yeah, looking forward to Tom Curran coming back. And then Moses Henriquez just had to fill a hole, as you can see here. It was basically when he came on, there was Bird, didn't want to bowl him, didn't want to bowl Edwards, so they knew they needed to bowl one over. And I mean, I believe Will Sutherland got onto him in the last ball of the over, tonked him for 6 or something like that on the last couple. But Moses Henriquez got through his 1, covered off that 5th bowler, and ended the game, ended that sort of pain that he would have had. And then he went back to his strike bowlers in the end, and the Sixers got over the line by 8 runs. And yeah, so that was the review for the second BBL game of the 23-24 season. And obviously we don't have to do a review for the third game as it was rained out, but the only notable things were David Payne left out of the 13-man squad, but we'll see what happens in the double with him, as he seems like he should be a really valuable player given his scoring last year. I think he averaged something like 64 last year, so we'll look at that in due course when they name their squad for round 2 in probably 3 days, I would say. But anyway, there's that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the, I guess, probably some more career mode content, as well as the game 4, which will be the Perth Scorchers versus Melbourne Renegades, which comes on at 7:15 tonight. But anyway, that's the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.